Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special day. Today is actually my birthday, but I'm still producing content for you before I go out and have some fun, just simply because I absolutely love you guys. I'm so grateful for reaching 1,000 subscribers, and we're going to get straight into it. So similar to the short that I posted on President Biden wanting to raise taxes on the rich, I do want to say that I am not endorsing any president publicly when I state this, but I do want to talk about a sitting president and what promises they are certainly making. So they stated that if we raise the tax by 24 to 25% on the rich, we would generate 500 billion tax dollars in about a 10-year span, and that would help to pay down our debt. Now, the funny part is that same rhetoric was spilled before he became president. And so what would another 4 years do? Would another 4 years actually make that happen? I don't think so, right? Like, you had 4 years to do that. But another thing that I wanted to state was that they spent over $175 billion in Ukraine. But you're telling me that $500 billion over a 10-year period would be used to pay down our national debt. I absolutely cannot believe that based on how you spend our American tax dollars, right? I'm not saying that war is okay and that we should just stay out of any wars, but there is a likelihood that this war could have been stopped without us needing to put our financial backing into the mess. I am super proud that no American troops have been killed during these wars. That is something that I'm very grateful for as an American. However, the amount of money that we've spent is absolutely insane. So you're telling me that $500 billion would be used to pay down our debt when you've already spent nearly half of that in the last 2 years to fight wars that aren't ours. And so I just had to say that it's absolute malarkey. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's absolute malarkey that they spew at us, telling us, hey, if we had more money, it would fix all our problems. But it's actually the opposite. The more money you give them, the more they spend, and the more they just put it all to waste, absolute waste. And if all of you don't know, the government has set budgets on what they're supposed to spend for the year. And if they actually spend less, their budget is actually reduced because they're spending less. So they're incentivized to spend more just in case, right? So they find miscellaneous things to spend money on that they actually don't need the money for because they don't want their budgets to decrease. Imagine you're getting $100,000 a year, but you only need $40,000 to live off of. You know that if you spend $60,000 that year, they're going to reduce how much they pay you to about $65,000. You don't want to be in a tight pinch to where you only have a $5,000 cushion, so you go ahead and spend $99,000 so that they give you that $100,000 budget again next year. So you know your financial life is secure ×2, but you also know that you have some wiggle room should anything occur or happen to you. And so I just find it so dishonest. It's absolutely dishonest, and it's right in front of the American people that you're telling us, hey, if the rich paid more, we'd be out of debt. That's absolutely dishonest. And even if you were to raise the taxes, let's say you did raise the taxes. We all know the loopholes that you yourself use. President Biden, former President Donald Trump, they all use the same loopholes. The only difference is that former President Donald Trump admits to using these loopholes. It's not like he had to admit to it. We all know that they don't pay their taxes, right? We all know that they're laundering money overseas in order to avoid heavy tax burdens. We all know that they love money. That's why they're politicians. And so it is just so distasteful to hear this, and then people will say whatever they want to say, whether it's for President Trump, former President Trump, 4 more years, or whether it's for President Biden, 4 more years. There's a lot of lies just being told. It's so much lies to sift through before you get to the truth. And the reason that this is a topic today is not because I'm trying to make this channel more political. No, it's simply because you are a tax-paying citizen. You are most likely going to be able to vote. And you have to understand sometimes that a lot of the stuff they say really don't pertain to anything significant at all. And how are they actually using our tax dollars? Go ahead and Google how our tax dollars are being spent over the US. How much money has been put into Ukraine? How much money has been put into all these other initiatives when our Social Security is about to go insolvent? Right? Social Security that we're paying into is about to go insolvent, but we got 175 billion to throw away. And the truth of the matter is that when a poll was done, how many people actually care about the wars in other countries? We found that over 60% of people do not care for it, but they will broadcast the 40% that is out there marching and doing everything else. But I would say majority rules, and that my money should not be spent on what the majority do not care about. And that goes for everything. Even if it was in Africa, I would say the same thing. If I wanted to support Africa, I would put my money towards Africa. Simple. Right? Like, we still have the power to use our money the way we want to use our money, but to use everyone's money is where the issue lies. That's where the issue lies, right? So if you want to be able to donate and support certain causes, then you need to watch this channel and gain the financial knowledge necessary so that you have the ability to donate. And that can also be considered a tax write-off, by the way. So I'm not your financial advisor. I just want to say that since I talked about tax write-offs. I'm just an average guy on YouTube. And what do you think about this? Like, I am genuinely curious because I watched a YouTube channel where they asked people who they thought won the debate, who would they vote for. And it really truly seems that people are either Democratic or Republican to the core. They don't care if someone is about to literally lose their mind because they're old, and the other one is just, I don't know. You know, like, they don't care about the candidates themselves. All they care is about the party. They're literally a cult. Literally a cult. You're either for CNN or Fox News, which are both paid by the Democrats and Republicans separately, right? CNN paid by the Democrats, Fox News paid by the Republicans, and they all just eat it up. Money makes the world go round. Money is power. Money is advertising. And people are just either left or right. There's no people who actually start to think for themselves and say, I agree with this policy. I agree with that policy. The only thing they want to do is vote for their party, and they don't need a reason to do so. And that is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. So when I said, does the black vote really matter in America today? Is it just a give me that it goes to the Democratic Party? You know, these are the questions that I've been asking, and it seems like I already have my answer. Like, if you really have a reason, if you actually have policies that you agree with, that you're voting Democrat or Republican, that makes sense. But to just blindly be giving your vote away is ludicrous. It's absolutely insane. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble, and I hope to see you on the next one. And I hope today I didn't necessarily give away what party I liked more or who I thought was better. I didn't necessarily talk about everything that went on in the debate, but just one key thing that both presidents lack in, right? They're both going to spend more. One will just spend more than the other. So don't ever think that your tax dollars are all going to go towards the right reasons. There are some good causes, but a lot of the times it's going to things that we care absolutely nothing about, and they're just trying to stir up the public any way they can and feed you a whole bunch of nonsense. But peace.